Hey guys, today I'm finally showing you the bob that you keep asking me about on Instagram. You saw it in my stories and it's from Myfirstwig, and in the box they sent me some deep conditioner that I completely forgot to use even after I washed the wig, but I'll use it later, and the flyaway tamer, a wig cap. That's my complexion, so I'm happy. And in the little pouch, you've got all the goodies you may need. An elastic band, which I don't think is practical because the wig already has an elastic band. But also they sent a comb, bobby pins, hair clips, and the instructions for the hair. That is an edges brush. I feel like I'm being overrun by those these days because I bought some, somebody else sent me some. But that's the information about the wig. Her name is Jamie, LFW 002. 10 inches long, silky texture. I know all of this because I've been asked about this wig before I even uploaded the video. People are already asking. So this is what she looks like inside out. She has an adjustable elastic band and there is some sort of identifying number on the unit, but if you look right above it, you can see that the knots have already been bleached for you, not over bleached, just bleached right. And we have combs, one on either end, one in the back, 6 inches of parting space, which is really good, but not necessary because Myfirstwig is designed for beginners, so they've already plucked the wig for you, so that doesn't really matter unless you want to re-customize your unit. So I'm gonna cut the lace in the very back, and this is what the band looks like. It's like a bra strap, you just adjust it. I put it on the last one because this wig cap is 21.5 to 22 inches. I'm a 22-inch header, so it's just right. Like any smaller and it's gonna be too small for me. I have to braid my braids small to wear this because my first wig runs small, which is great because there are a lot of people who love small wigs, but they have different sizes. So this size is for me. Make sure you pay attention to sizing. Every time you purchase a wig, wherever you get it from, that's very important. So I put the wig on and this is what it looked like fresh out of the box. I think I'll start doing this a little bit more often, not every time. I also forgot that they sent me that wig stand, but this is the fresh out of the box look, and I'm going to show you guys how I wear the unit and customize it later. And it's basically ready to wear. It does need a little bit of work, like styling and heat styling work, but it looks good, okay? So this is it, fresh out the box. Now I'm going to wash the wig so that you guys can see what it really looks like, especially for my friends out there who are beginners. You need to know these things and you need to know how to customize it because it's not going to be like that forever. At some point you will have to wash your wig and you will have to style your wig. So we need to see if this really is a beginner friendly unit, because that's what Myfirstwig claims with all of their wigs. So I washed and conditioned the hair using some sample shampoo and sample conditioner. I also went ahead and combed it out so that it would be free of any kinks, knots, tangles, and then I let it dry. 24 hours of drying, and this is what we look like. I actually let it hang after a while, but when you put it on, you can see in the front that it looks really good. So all I'm doing are the sides with Got2b Glued. I don't do the front unless I absolutely have to because this is a perfect fit on my head. I'm only doing the sides. So starting with the Got2b Glued, the gel, and then I'm going in with the freeze spray. You guys know it's 1-2. Somebody asked me what I do when I'm in a rush. I use both of them at once and then blend in instead of putting one, blending with the sponge and then putting the other. So it's the gel and the spray at the same time if I'm in a rush. Then I'm gonna place my lace on top of the area. Make sure you kind of gauge where your product should go before you put the product on your face. But if you're like me and you have trouble coloring in the lines, you can always come back later and clean it up. That's the good thing about doing this when you don't have makeup on your face already. So I'm just tapping gently. These gentle taps are going to make it so that the lace adheres nicely, and when I start using the blow dryer, I won't have to bear down. It's already kind of stuck on there and it's sitting exactly where it needs to be. So gently tap for at least a minute and then go in with the blow dryer for at least another minute. I use low heat, high speed. Low heat and high speed so that it dries nicely and it doesn't burn me. Please do not use high heat. You will burn yourself, especially if you're this close to your face. That's too close for a blow dryer on high heat. And now I'm going to do the other side. Same process. All I'm doing is checking first to make sure that the wig is sitting nicely. Pull it forward if you have to, pull it back if you have to, whatever you have to do, do it to make it sit beautifully. And I'm going to grab some hair right at the tip of the sideburn. That little piece of hair is going to help me pull all of the wig cap down and secure it nicely. So in the area where I expect the wig to sit, I will apply the Got2b Glued gel. I first apply it all in one area and then blend it out wherever it needs to go. I am so thankful for makeup tutorials because the power of blending is real with wigs. Then I go in with the freeze spray because the freeze spray has alcohol in it. It's drying. It has very drying properties. It'll make it easier for the wig to dry underneath the wig, the lace, when it adheres to your face. It makes it so much easier. So I place it on gently and then I go in with my fingers, gently rubbing around in circles. If I feel a little bit of wetness, I just pull my fingers back out, rub between my fingers to dry them off a little bit and go back in and just keep doing that until everything is on there nice and secure. Then I go in with the blow dryer on low heat and high speed, and that gets it in a good place. It only takes about, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes per section. I did my makeup. I did put that wig grip band over so that it would just make sure everything was sitting nicely. I'm gonna part down the middle. I have a hump in my back, so we need to take care of all of that with a hot comb because we can't have this all over the place. But first, powder in the middle, in the part. I'm so glad the part has been defined nicely. Even after washing, you can still find the part, which is a good thing, especially for beginners. You don't want to have to redo your part. And I'm going in with the hot comb, taking my time. This hair, it's a straight wig, but it has a slight wave to it. And what I found with hair with a slight wave is that it's easy to manipulate with heat. Easier than straight hair, easier than curly hair. It can do whatever you want it to do. What I'm going to do to really make sure all the flyaways are gone is going with the flyaway stick, and it's basically like a wax. So think pressing oil, and I put it there to make sure everything's lying nicely and also to add some weight up top. Then I go back in with the hot comb and it adds so much shine. So now we're shiny. It's a little bit weighed down, but it's not gonna have that overly greasy look. And then I go on the sides and I also apply some more there so that if I decide I want to tuck it behind my ears, it's gonna be so much easier to manipulate. So I'm going in again with the hot comb on the sides to tame that area as well. And this oil is gonna travel to the ends eventually, so I don't put it anywhere but the top. And that is all. So what I'm gonna do next is use a flat iron to bump my hair. So we're looking good right now. You can see that my hair still needs to be done as far as the hairline goes. And after we flat iron the hair, we're gonna take care of the hairline. So come down and curve in. It's very simple. You cannot mess this up, especially because it's short hair. Short hair is so much easier to manipulate than long hair. You just curve in and bump and it's perfect. The hair texture, like I mentioned earlier, is really the reason for all of this. It's a slight wave and that makes it so easy to manipulate. I found with any hair company, when the hair has a slightly wavy texture, that is the easiest for me to curl and heat style however I want to. And you know, I'm only combing the hair in the front before flat ironing. The rest of it I just kind of flat ironed on my own without combing. But what I like to do is make sure the hair is already detangled before I start heat styling. So if I forget to comb it, it's okay. I can just bump it and go and comb at the end. And that helps speed up the curling process, because if you comb every single section before you curl or heat style, you will be there for a while. So this is not going to take you more than 20 minutes to do. It's short hair, you're just bumping it. It maybe even took me 10 minutes, honestly. It didn't take that long. And I'm going to go ahead and do the last section. As you can see, the oil has traveled down, so now the hair has a nice healthy sheen to it, and that is what I love right there. All of that oil from the flyaway tamer has come down, so you don't have to add any additional product to your hair, otherwise you're going to be super weighed down. And I'm brushing it again to further distribute the oil everywhere and make sure it's not concentrated in one place. So this is what we're looking like. It's nice, it's healthy, it's bouncy. It looks almost like a relaxer. I won't claim it looks like a relaxer, but just almost, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and do my baby hairs, which I did a good job on. So I'm just doing little brush strokes going in random places. And then I'm going to get some edge control. I always use Lovely Bee's edge control. So if you don't see a picture or video footage of an edge control that I'm using, is Lovely Bee's. 100% chance it's Lovely Bee's. And I just curve coming in. Very simple. So what I'm going to do next, because we're not done, is I'm getting a very light color, light powder. Then I'm gonna blow to dust off any excess and go in anywhere where I already put powder. I'm going in with a lighter shade, because you want your scalp edges area to be slightly lighter than your complexion, because that's how it naturally is, so that you can actually see it better and it can blend in better. It's so weird. It's so much better when the color is lighter. So anywhere where it just naturally seems to part when I gather my hair going up, that's where I put the powder. Wherever it seems that it's naturally coming up, that's where it's gonna go, so that it will always show like, hey, those are my edges and my baby hairs. So what we're gonna do next is touch up with a very cheap mascara, whatever you can find for like $1. These things are never heavy, so they distribute just the right amount of product to touch up any excess that may have powder on it. And this is what we're looking like. What do you guys think? It's bouncy, it's cute. It's giving me Rihanna vibes, and you guys already loved it before I uploaded the video, which is a first. I guess this is gonna be the wig of 2019, because I've never received so much love on a wig before. And this is what we're looking like. The hairline looks excellent. I did not pluck anything. So the wig is easy to use. You can get the original middle part look again after washing it. That is excellent. Myfirstwig definitely gets major points, and the lace is pretty good too. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. But until then, take care.